Hey everyone, and welcome to my first look at 10 Second Ninja. This game is an action platformer with some puzzle elements, if you will. And just want to right away point at the warning. It says it's got flashing images, and if you have issues with that, don't do it. Just don't do it. And I'm first going to look at the options so you have time to think about what I've just said. And in case you really do need to leave because that's an issue, you can do that. Very simple options. I'm playing in full screen for the recording sake. It's I prefer windowed. But, you know, it's not a big deal. Rebind keys, I think, is only for the keyboard. It has 360 controller support, and I don't know if it has standard controller support, but I'm using my PS4 controller, emulating a 360 controller as usual. Language, it's got 7 languages, I think. And censorship is because you fight Robot Hitler and, like, Robot Nazis, and there are swastikas, so you'd censor those. There are some cutscenes, and the first one's a little long and kind of drawn out. But the rest are just, they're nice, to the point, they're funny, and then there are credits. Okay, so it's cool. And by the way, you see that it's back to, like, buttons now, because I think it's like if you press a keyboard button, it'll go to keyboard, but if you start using the controller, it'll go to the controller. And there are 5 worlds, each with 8, each with 8 levels. And, of course, the title, 10 Second Ninja. Okay, why is it called that? It's because each level you have 10 seconds to complete. And to complete a level, you just have to kill all of the enemies on it. And the enemies don't, like, do anything. They just float around and get killed and stuff. And then there are the stars. So you need to get 3 stars on each level to 100%, basically. But you don't need to get 3 stars on each level to do everything. Because, like, it'll only take probably, like, 15 stars or something. Maybe, like, 18 stars to unlock the next level. So, like, you get 18 stars in the forest, unlock the canyon. Then you do the same for the canyon, unlock ice. I do believe you need every star to unlock the bonus world, every star prior to it, and then you definitely need every star to unlock hard mode, which just has you go through every level in the game, all 40 levels, in a row in 240 seconds, which is, what, 4 minutes? So you have to go through 5 worlds in 4 minutes. I haven't attempted hard mode yet. I have grinded out every level, though. As, you know, and I had this before the all this stuff was in, only the forest, and so I've spent like 7 hours on the forest alone, and yet it's my worst world by far. I don't know the best routes for a lot of the levels, but that's okay. That's the charm of this game in a lot of ways, because it's like, okay, so I see this level, and the time not starting right away is really nice. You see a level the first time you go into it, and you're like, all right, how do I do this? So you try like running up and slashing, but you have shuriken, so maybe you think, okay, that's pretty far, I should throw that. And then you see, wow, that was pretty slow. I need to do 1.32 seconds better to get 2 stars. So then you retry, which you can do plenty, and then you try slashing that guy, and then you try this one too. And it's like, oh, I still didn't get it. Okay, let's do that a little faster. And there's the 2 star. You see you need 2 seconds flat to get 3 stars. So like, all right, let's just put that all together and make it a little faster. But I messed up because, you know, there you go. So that's a 3 star for that level. That's the tutorial level. So it's just telling you, like, okay, you got shurikens, you got your sword, and you've got your jump, and then your movement, of course. There's no sprint or anything. It's just you always are running. So then you go to the next level, and you're like, all right, so I wonder if yeah, okay, so my shuriken pierce things. Oops, and I messed up my jump there. So then you're like, alright, so that probably saved me some time. And then, you know, you're just like, alright, so that was a little slow, what's the best I can do with that? And I really think that that's very fun. You look at a level and you're like, how can I do this level quickly? And then you just try different things. And then, since it has the leaderboards, which, by the way, it starts out when you open the game, it's got friends leaderboards open. And you're like, alright, so I've got all my friends here, and then I'm behind this person, I want to beat this person. And then I'm behind this person now, I want to beat this person. And eventually you're like, alright, what are the top 100? I'd like to try and get up in there. And then worldwide doesn't really matter, but you can get a worldwide leaderboard as well. I'm only number 1 because I found a skip that no one else has found, by the way. So far. The game is out relative to this video. It came out yesterday. It's on Steam. It's $7.50 or $7.99. It's 20 or 25% off. I'm not entirely sure, but it's normally going to be $10. It's on Steam though. Works for Windows and Mac. I don't think it doesn't list Linux, so you know, maybe not. But it's very, very good. Controls are very tight. I mean, I showed you how they generally work, and you know, you've got 10 seconds each level. So anyway, you go in, you're like, what do I do here? And then you just kind of just do stuff. And then the charm is just finding out how to do it better. Trying to get all the stars is a ton of fun. Looking at a level for the first time and seeing, all right, this is my current idea. What can I do with this? What can I do with this? And then you just play around a little while, and then you're going to reset a lot. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. Like on this level, I always try to jump too early out of this. Like I'll run and then I'll hit that, and then I won't make it up there. Like I'll do that all the time. And then that's just a reset. But other than that, I mean, maybe you'll miss a shot and then you'll have to reset for that because you only have 3 shuriken per level. So you need to do it perfectly in order to get it right. Okay, that's all well and good. And then, I mean, you just look at something and you're like, how can I do this faster? And that's really fun to me. I get really into individual level type platformers. And the only thing I have to say is, like, the game doesn't have individual level leaderboards. And that's good and bad. It's nice to say, like, okay, so this is my total time. What can I do to bring my total time down? Rather than, oh, I'm going to focus on this level. You got to focus on the world because your level doesn't matter besides to get the world time. I understand that. I kind of like the idea of having individual level leaderboards, but when they are all 10 seconds or less, and most of them are 5 seconds or less, when you do them as well as possible, it makes sense to not do it that way. And sadly, I can't show you what it's like to get a new time because I've optimized all of them so well. For me, like, I don't know the best routes for a few of them, like I said. That's why Forest is my worst. But, like, it's really, it says new record, like, big times. When you finish one, then you see, okay, you did in this. If it would show at the top new record, and it would be like shining spotlights out in the background, and it'd be awesome. But it's it's hard for me to get a new best on any level right now, so I can't show that off, sadly. But that's not to say like I'm the best or I'm perfect or anything. I've just, like I said, for the Forest, I found something that no one else has found yet, and I'm sure someone will find it probably soon after release. And also, by the way, you saw that I went for this. The movement of the robots matters. So for this level in particular, I'd actually have to reset for a moving one. So like, you see how that hits there, but it doesn't hit here? That's a thing. But I don't have the best route for this, so that might not be something that you need to use on this level to get the best time. I don't know what you need to do. And that's really, really what makes me love this game so much. It's like, okay, how can I do this level faster? And what does it require me to do? How precise are these inputs? All that good stuff. So I really like that. And like, even though I've put 7 hours into the Forest, I still don't know all the things about it. And I really like that. Each world adds a gimmick or adds a mechanic. I wouldn't call them gimmicks because they're all very, they're very functional. And like, I don't know if I said it already. Get however many stars in the Forest, unlock the cannon, however many on the cannon, unlock the next one, next one, next one. And then when you get all of them, you unlock hard mode, which is you go through every level consecutively, all 40 levels, in 4 minutes, 240 seconds, which is totally fine because each one only takes like 30-ish seconds. It's just really hard to do all in a row because it's not like all of the levels are simple. But like if you die or like don't do well enough on one, well enough as in you mess up and like you miss a shot that you need to hit, it's not a big deal. It's you can reset and still be on that level. You don't have to restart from the front from the very first level. In hard mode, you just do it. You just do it level by level, but you still have the same constant timer weighing you down, and that's fun. But looking at your friends and like trying to beat your friends, and then ultimately trying to get to the top of the leaderboard if that's your thing, that's a ton of fun for me. I really like individual level games, and I really like I like games like this. I got really into Super Meat Boy back in the day, and this reminds me of it in a few ways, but it's also nice because it's got the action, and it's also very bite-sized. You can just do one level for a little while and then try and beat your time on that or whatever. Or you can just do a couple levels because they take like 10 seconds or less and really just fit it in your schedule. It's on Windows and Mac, like I said. I'm getting confused because I tried to record this a couple times and I just didn't really organize my thoughts well enough. But that's not the point. So I'm going to show you one of the, I'm going to show you the first cutscene since, well, I didn't show off the first boss, but, you know, this cutscene, oh no, not this cutscene. But it's not this one either. But anyway, I mean, the cutscenes are funny. The first cutscene after the first boss, I don't like a lot. It's, it drags out a little bit. But the rest of them are just kind of like short and amusing. They're funny. And they don't really mess with things. So they're just nice little interludes, and you know, they fit. And they also don't have like actual dialogue or anything. They're just little things. So anyway, that's probably enough of that. I don't want to show you the whole thing, ruin the whole thing for you. The same way I didn't want to show you like more than the I don't want to show you more than the forest because I don't want to ruin the whole experience for you. I think that like getting into a level for the first time. So like, I go in here and I'm like, okay, how can I do this level fast? I actually don't know how to do this level faster than I have, but I can definitely save a fair amount of time on it. So like, that's the thing. I look at this level and I'm like, how can I do this level faster? What is required? What is a better route than the one that I've used? Or if it's literally the first time, you're like, okay, how can I do this level and how fast do I need to do it? And of course, you have to clear it before you even know what you're going for 3 stars, or 2 stars if you got a 1 star. So it's just really nice to look in, and then it's also really nice that the timer doesn't start until you start moving, because it's it gives you time to really just like look, what can I do on this level? What do I think is fast? So, and then you do some stuff, and then stuff happens, and then that, oh no, that was only 2 stars. What do I do to get better? Because you know that's your first try and all that good stuff. But the later levels are a lot more confusing, and especially World 4 got a lot. It was pretty confusing for me the first time through. And I think it was a ton of fun because of that. It was like, I had no clue what to do, I had no clue what to expect each level, and I just had to figure it out. I really like that aspect of it. And I think it's a ton of fun. So like I said, out on Steam, you can buy it. It came out yesterday relative to the video. And I told you the price, $10 normally, bit off, you know, $2 or $2.50 off for the first week. Check it out. I really recommend it. I love this game so very much. If you follow me on Twitter, you really know that. I've been tweeting about it nonstop. And I think it's really fun to play either casually or optimizing. And maybe casually will evolve into optimization for you. Maybe not. I think that this is a fun game whether or not you're trying to be the best or just trying to beat this person or that person. I think that it's just very fun. And it's very solid. It controls well, it's bite-sized, it's all that. It's got everything that you can need in just like a quick, fun game. But it also has the longevity because of the potential competitiveness that you might have. So, that's 10 Second Ninja. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. And I will see you next time.